Man, good win. This is a game. As coaches, you stress about every game, I guess. But coming off a good road win, and coming back home where we hadn't been home in really over almost 20 days, and then watching this team on tape, outside the Vanderbilt game, every game came down to the last 4 minutes, and they have a unique ability to make tough shots, and it starts with Shaw, but they all do. And when you're playing somebody like that, and they're playing carefree like that, it concerns you. And then they change defenses and things like that. And we got off to a good defensive start, didn't get off to a great offensive start, but we were able to get it together. We went in the lead at halftime up 6, and then I think we finally kind of wore them down defensively. And our goal was to hold them under 62 points. The least they had up to this point was 63 at Vandy, and we had a chance to go 81-61. We smoked a layup, but when I was like, holy smokes on that one, and assistant coach Prohm was like, hey, we held them under 62, and so we got to hang our hat on the defensive end and hold them to 31 from 3 and 39 from the field. They shoot 39 from 3 as a team in their 6 games, and they shoot almost 50 from the field. So that was a good effort. And now we got another quick turnaround Friday. It's kind of like the old OVC days, or in the Big 12 when you play Saturday and Big Monday. So it's part of it. But we got a good physical, totally different team, totally different style of play, and we got to be ready to go.
This kind of reminded me of some of these games that were in the non-conference last year. Most of those, y'all got beat. Tonight, y'all struggled, but you found a way and you still won by 19.
Yeah.
You got to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, and I think it's on the defensive end. We almost got to 80. Had a chance to get to 81, like we said. We missed some threes, a couple free throws here and there, but we held them under 62. And I thought the same thing you did. Could we have won this game a year ago at this time? Because we got beat in the same situations where we couldn't pull away, but we got some stops. And that's been the biggest growth in this team. And it wasn't perfect, but winning's hard. And, put this one behind us, and we got to get ready for the next one because it's a quick turnaround over here these next really 6 days leading to, Utah Valley and then Arlington. We got a little two game whack swing here.
How impressed are you with the guys to be able to pick up for Jacoby not really scoring as much past couple games? It's taken him a little bit to kind of get going. But how impressed are you with the rest of the team to just be able to pick up and just keep on going?
Yeah, well, the coolest thing is he didn't. I'm trying to look at points. This stat sheet, we got a different kind here. So, all right, 4 points. He scored 4 points, and we had 80 points as a team.
Mm-hmm.
That speaks volumes. I think about the people we have around him, and he has 4 points, but he has 13 assists, only 2 turnovers, and so that's a hell of a night for him, and hell of a night for Lindsey. 13 and 12, and only 15 minutes. And I was going to go back with him. He was like, no, man, keep Nick out there. He's playing well. We need his post scoring down there. And that's the kind of selflessness we need within our program where we're pulling for one another. And because this team, it could be different guys, nights, on different occasions. And so we got to continue to grow. And we got a big challenge here the next 48 hours.
I know that you love all these guys on this team, but with everything he's been through, you just got to be so happy for Kyron right now, how he's playing.
Yeah, it's been a hard fall, and I don't want to get too emotional here, but it's just been a hard fall. And you gotta say this the right way. If you ask my wife this, it's just been a couple weeks or a month. I think it's made me a better father and a husband. Because, we just had so much stuff going on within our program, from deaths to cancer to all kinds of different things. And, it's good. And his mom was here, and that's cool. And she's smiling and happy. And he only played 15 minutes, and she's smiling, and he's happy. And that gives me a piece to where selfless, humility, things that go into winning and winning at a high level. And we haven't upheld that here in the last last year. First year I thought we were competitive, not up to the standard of here, but that's what this place is about. That's what these good teams here have been about. And so I know James Singleton's happy. I know his father in heaven's happy, Mom. But it's 4 games. We got to coach them harder, and we got to continue to get them better. But yeah, I am really happy for him. And you know what's cool is when we told him he was Player of the Week on Monday, everyone grabbed him, tackled him, all the guys. That's what it needs to be like.
How excited are you to have bigs that you can rotate? I mean, you can start Nick, and you know that you can rely on Kyron to come in and just immediately make an impact. How happy are you to have that on this team?
Extremely happy. we didn't have that last year. You know what I mean? I mean, we went after Nick. It was, we didn't have anybody there. We had some injuries. So it was hard. Very, very, very lucky, and it's great competition, and keeps those guys on their toe where they got to continue to produce. People always say, "Why don't you play them together?" I don't. We got to hang our hat on the defensive end. Does that make us better defensively? I don't. The great thing about it is, they're kind of split in class to where, as Nick goes and Lindsey takes a bigger role, but at the end of the day, they've both been really, really selfless. When Lindsey had his big game at middle, Nick's up cheering the whole time. When Nick was playing well tonight, I don't know Nick's numbers here without going back and looking, but Kyron was like, keep him in, coach. That's what, instead of like, nah, let me get back out there. Like, I'm sure he wanted to go back out there, but being able to handle that the right way, that makes it fun to coach.
There was just a possession with about 16 minutes to go left there in the second where the guys brought in about 3, maybe 4 rebounds, kept on extending the play, ended up getting the foul. We saw you down the sideline kind of firing the fans up. Is that the kind of energy, the kind of effort you want to see from these guys on each and every single possession?
Yeah, like our character coach, Zach Shipley, he talked today about identity. Is your identity, you form your identity first and then you perform, or is your identity based off your performance? You form your identity first. Who are you going to be? And then regardless of outcomes, regardless of how things are going, you are never going to veer from your identity. And that's what this team's trying to forge, what our identity is going to be. Energy, toughness, effort, selflessness, humility, work, and then engage the community.
I mean, you talked a little bit about that stretch where you were away from home. You hadn't had a home game in about 20 days. Well, now you got 5 in a row here. Are you guys looking at this as a good opportunity to really build some early momentum here?
Yeah, and I respect the question. And one of my assistants texted the other day in our little staff chat, 4 to 5 for the next 5 at home. And if you follow this program, and I hadn't been, I was gone for a while while Matt was winning a million games here. I just want to have a good walkthrough tomorrow afternoon. And I do know our schedule, over these next couple games. But I'm worried about tomorrow and Utah Valley Friday, and that's it. So, but that's just my mentality. That's how it needs to be because, man, this place supports it, and you can get ahead of yourselves a little bit, and you can't let that happen.
You mentioned just the unique challenge of having to turn around and play pretty much a different team stylistically. So just the next couple of days, I mean, what will those days look like as far as getting ready for Utah Valley?
Man, I'll go meet with my staff real quick here, and then we'll get out of here tonight. Go home. I'll probably go home, and to be honest, just because of quick turnaround, people had this scout. They'll break the game down, so they go over with me in the morning, and then I'll watch some Utah Valley tonight, get a feel for them, and then 8:30 in the morning we'll meet, and we'll probably meet from 8:30 to my Jackson, my son's got a Thanksgiving performance at 11, so we'll break at 11, and we'll come back at 12 and go from 12 to 3, and then we'll meet with our team, watch film, have a walkthrough, and then they'll have another full session tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, and then we'll have shoot around on Friday and be ready to go.